Now let us continue with the next second session on admission of partnership. Now we are going to do 6th and 7th sum, which are very important this session. Now coming to this, our 6th problem consists of adjustment of capital when partner capital accounts are fixed. When partner capital accounts are fixed and how to adjust the capitals. This question we are going to do now. Okay. Now basically what we need to do is we need to follow the same thing, the regular points what we need. So let us write our capital account balances. First A, B, C. A's capital account is 3,50,000, B's 3 lakhs and C's 2,50,000. So A, B, C and D is the new partner. A, B, C and D. Okay, open both capital accounts as well as current accounts. Now if you note down the capital account balances by balance brought down. A's capital account balance is 3,50,000, B's 3 lakhs, C 2.5 lakhs. Note down later. Current account balance 8,000 and 12,000. By balance brought down. Current account balances are 8,000 for A and C it is 12,000. Coming to B, B has what? Asset balance. Okay, B is having debit balance of 14,000. Balance. Now we can check for general reserve is there and P&L account both are there. General reserve is 30,000 and what is the old ratio? P is to 2 is to. General reserve and P&L account we need to distribute by general reserve by P&L account. General reserve is 30,000 and we need to distribute in 3 is to 2 1. We consist of half 15,000, 10,000 and next 5,000. P&L account consists of 14,000. So 14,000 when we distribute now will be 7,000 and it is going to be 7,000, 4,607, 1,303. This goes for general reserve and P&L account. He will bring 1 lakh as his capital for 1/6th share in profit. So cash. Okay, record bank balance is there 87,000. Okay, now first entry is what? D will bring 1 lakh as his capital to D's capital account 1 lakh by cash is 1 lakh. Any doubts on this? 1 lakh is done. Afterwards he will bring necessary amount for goodwill premium. Goodwill of the firm is valued at 1,80,000. So he will bring whole 1,80,000. No, only his share. His share is how much? 1/6. 1s are 6 3s are 30,000, which will be distributed among A, B, C. In what ratio? Sacrificing ratio. Sacrificing ratio कैसे calculate करेंगे? Old ratio minus new ratio. A का कितना है old ratio? 3/6 minus new ratio कितना है? 2/6 which is 1/6. B का क्या है? 2/6 minus 2/6 is 0. C का क्या है? 1/6 minus 1/6 which is 0. So only A is going to get share and goodwill. So buy premium for goodwill and 2 premium for goodwill. How much was the goodwill? 30,000. 30,000 will go for only A. Any doubts ma in this? Clear? Next देखो, the new profit sharing. A bill receivable of 14,008 discounted with the bank was dishonored. Now there was a bill. Okay, वो आप जाके बैंक में डिस्काउंट करें. Clear? you assumed that your debtor is going to pay to the bank, but now the bill got dishonored. Now what we need to do? We need to pay to the bank this bill amount. Clear? Any doubts? Huh. So here by bill, with respect to bill, how much? 14,008, and this is going to be add up to debtors. Debtors balance is how much more? Already we are having 87,000, so add 14,008, it will be 101,008. Any doubts here? Debtors done. Value of stock furniture investments is reduced by 20%. Stock furniture investments, stock, okay, stock furniture investments. Stock is 2,74,000. Stock is 2,74,000. Furniture is 160. 2,74,000 minus 20%. Furniture is 1,60,000. Investments are 73,000. All should be subtracted by 20%. So first stock 2,74,000 का 20% कितना होता है? Stock 54,800. Now when you remove 54,800 from 2,74,000, it is going to become how much? 215,200. Clear? Next, from 1,60,000, if you remove 32,000, 1,28,000, and here furniture 32,000. इन्वेस्टमेंट में कितना आएगा? 14,600. तो 73,000 में से 14,600 निकाल दिया तो you are going to get 58,400. Any doubts? So with this we did stock furniture investments. We are done with stock furniture and investments. Now, and the land, building, plant and machinery will be reduced by 20% and 10%. Land and building, plant and machinery. Land and building value is how much more? 3,50,000 and 1,35,000. So 3,50,000 minus 20%. Plant and machinery 1,35,000 minus 10%. Appreciate it. Sorry, these are appreciated. ये प्लस हो जाता तो by land and building by plant and machinery 3,50,000 का 20% 70,000 और ये हो जाएगा 4,20,000 and 1,35,000 का 10% 13,500. This is a benefit. When you add this to 1,35,000, you will be getting 1,48,500. Any doubts? Got it? ये हो गया. Now here comes the major adjustment. Capital account of the partners will be adjusted on the basis of these capital through their current accounts. Now let us understand the capital. D is going to get what? 1 lakh. What is the new ratio given? 2:1:1. So for one part, D is going to get 1 lakh. We need to maintain the same balance over all capital accounts. So C also need to maintain 1 lakh as his capital. B also maintain his 2 lakhs, and A also need to maintain 2 lakhs. So here first only we are going to calculate what? Balancing figure. So to balance carried down, which is going to be 2 lakhs, 2 lakhs, 1 lakh and 1 lakh. So from here only we can write capital account balances A, B, C. 2 lakhs, 2 lakhs, 1 lakh, 1 lakh. Now if you see, there might be a chance of excess capital or deficiency capital. Now if you see, A's capital is what? 3.5. Now he need to maintain only 2 lakhs. He is having what? Excess capital. That needs to be adjusted through which account? They told current account. तो करंट अकाउंट से एडजस्ट कर लेंगे इसको। तो करंट accounts now 1.5 lakh, and this fellow also B is also having what extra of 1 lakh, and C is having what 1.5 lakh. Here these are going to be charged to current accounts. From here to here by capital account respect to 1.5 lakh, 1 lakh and 1 lakh. Any doubts? Here also you will be having 1.5 lakh. Perfect. Any doubts? We are done with the sum. Now revaluation account को close कर दो पहले. 70,000 plus 13,500, 83,500, and I think so this side is more. 101, 400. 101, 400 minus 83,500. 17,900. That will be distributed among whom? By cost transferred. Okay. And C. How much amount? Tada. 8,950 or 5,960, and here 2,983. This revaluation loss will be transferred over here. Revaluation 1,950, and next 5,967, and next 2,983. Perfect. Any doubts? Now just to find out the balance of current accounts. Now if you do the balance of this, balance carried down 8,000 plus 1,000 plus 7,000 plus 30,000 plus 1.5 lakh. What is the current account balance? 8,000 plus 31, 8, 193, 193, 203, 2 lakh 10,000. Lakh 10,000. Now from 2 lakh 10,000, if you remove 8,950, it is going to become 2 lakh 1,050. And if you add here 10,000 plus 4,667, 1 lakh 14,667. 1,14,667. From the you remove this, you are going to get 700. In C का कितना होता? 1,69,333. 1,69,333. इसमें से ये निकाल दिए तो 1,66,350. दिस बैलेंसिंग, और ये करंट अकाउंट बैलेंसेस जाएंगे इन तो बैलेंस शीट. And see how much? Not 1050, next 94,700, next ये रहता 166,350. Capital accounts and current accounts are done. Now let us check we are having any other items. Liabilities are distribute कर दिए, P&L done. Creditors and bills payable. Creditors 1,60,000 and bills payable 90,000. These current account is done. Land and building 3,50,000. And building return, plant and machinery done. Furniture investments done. Stock done. Debtors done. Bills receivable. Yes, 34,000. Cash and bank balance 87 plus 1 lakh plus 30, 130, 2 lakh 17,000. 217,000 में से ये निकाल दो, कितना होता? 2,02,990 by balance carry 202,992 आ जाएगा कैश स्लैश 202,992. Yes, our balance sheet closing figure is how much? 13 lakh 100 lakh 12,100. Just note down this one. Now let us move to the seventh question. ABR partners in a firm sharing the ratio 3:2 on 31st March 2021. The balance sheet was as follows. So and so details are given. Let us do the sum as usual. Now इस क्वेश्चन में एक इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग क्या है बोले तो इन्वेस्टमेंट फ्लक्चुएशन रिजर्व रहता. So I'll explain you how IFR we need to deal with. Investments अगर investments value क्या है 25,000 and the market value is 22,500. So with this we are having a loss of how much? 2,500. This 2,500 first we can adjust from IFR instead of booking it as what? Revaluation loss. Okay, instead of booking as revaluation loss you can adjust from investment fluctuation reserve. This reserve is specifically maintained for what? This fluctuation purposes. Investment is going to fluctuate, with that you might incur any loss. You have assumed, that is the reason you have maintained this reserve. In this reserve we are having how much? 5,000. So 5,000 minus, you can adjust to this loss. So remaining 2,500 you can distribute among partners. Why? Because reserve में surplus है, surplus in reserve. Now what if reserve is not sufficient to meet the loss? So at that time you can charge it to revaluation loss. Same like workman compensation reserve. What we'll do. That's it. We can do this sum. Now let us continue with this. Any partner है इसको. Let us note down. First what we'll do, as usual, we'll record our capital account balance by balance brought. A and B are having 88,000 and next 1,27,000. A and B are having capital balances of 88,000, 1,27,000. Cash balance we are having how much? 1,25,000. Only bank we don't have any cash, so you can ignore as cash and just you can write bank. Cash account balance is how much? 1,25,000. Once we are done with this, A sacrifices 1/3 of his share and B sacrifices 1/10 of his from his share in favor of C. 1/3 of his share and 1/10 from his share. So let us understand this ratio calculations also. We need to understand. Now what is sacrificing part? First we will calculate that one. You have noted this? Again I will explain. Now let us understand this part. A and B's old ratio is what? 3:2, which means 3/5 and 2/5. Now C is going to be admitted as new partner. So for this purpose, A sacrifices 1/3 of his share. Now A is sacrificing how much? 3/5 into 1/3. Off means what? Multiplication. So 3, which is 1/5. A sacrifices 1/5. Now A's new ratio also we can calculate. 3/5 was his old ratio and he sacrificed 1/5. So A is going to have how much future? 2/5. And C is going to get from what? 1/5 from A. Got it? Now let us understand B's part. B's old ratio was 2/5 and B has directly sacrificed the 1/10 from his share. So directly 1/10 was his sacrifice. 1/10. Okay. Now 2/5 minus 1/10 will be how much? You can take LCM as 10. 4 minus 1, which is 3/10. So convert this also into 2, which is 4/10. C का कितना है? 1/5 plus 1/10, which is 3/10. So what is the new ratio? 4:3:3. And sacrificing ratio is what? Here if you multiply with 2 and 2, 2/10, 1. So 2:1 is the sacrificing ratio. Got it? Any doubts? This is the calculation for sacrificing ratio. Now C's loan will be converted into his capital. C का loan जो है ना, that loan is going to be converted into what? Capital. So generally क्या रहता? एक नया पार्टनर आ रहा बोले तो he'll bring in the form of what? Cash. But यहाँ क्या हो रहा? C already एक creditor था, हम उसको ही क्या पार्टनर बना दे रहे, तो उसका लोन वो कैपिटल के जैसा ट्रीट कर दे रहा है. ओके, बाई C's loan account. C's loan account is 1,50,000. Next, C brings 60% of his share of goodwill in cash. Goodwill is to be valued at 2 years purchase of the super profit of last 3 completed years. Profit for the last 3 years were as follows: 2,40,000, 465 and 6,90,000. So here we'll do little working notes. 7th sum. So let us understand what is the average profit. 2,40,000 plus 4,65,000 plus 6,90,000 whole divided by 3, which is 4,65,000 is the average profit. For the calculation of super profit, what we need to do? Average profit minus normal profit. What is normal profit? Normal profit of the firm is 3,15,000, the same industry. So 4,65,000 minus 3,15,000, which is 1,50,000. Now for the purpose of goodwill, the super profit is how much? 1,50,000 into number of years of purchase is how much? 2 years of purchase. हाँ, तो इससे आता goodwill 3 लाख, which is goodwill of the firm. Now partner कितना लाना है? 3 लाख. 3 lakhs into what is the ratio that he had got? 3/10. So 90,000. The new partner needs to bring the goodwill. But did he bring all? No, only 60% he was able to bring. That is how much? 54,000. And what about remaining 40%? he was unable to bring, so इसको क्या करेंगे हम, करंट अकाउंट. ये कहाँ जाए, चले जाएगा इन द फॉर्म ऑफ कैश. अंडरस्टूड मा? This both will be distributed in the ratio 2:1. That was the sacrificing ratio. Now you can write to premium for goodwill, the amount bought, which is 54,000. Here also same, by premium for goodwill, the amount what, how much, 54,000. 54,000 you will distribute in what ratio, 2:1, which is 36,000 and 18,000. And we are unable to bring how much remaining, 36,000. That also we need to share. 36,000 को शेयर करें कितना होता है, 24,000, 12,000. That's it, done. Have done this big adjustment. Now land and building, now it is cakewalk for you. Land and building was undervalued by how much, 25,000. Land and building में कितना है, 30,000. Land and building में कितना है, 30,000. Undervalued by how much, 25,000. So कितना हो जाता, 55,000. Land and building को हम दिखाया था. So by land and building how much, 25,000. Any doubts? Stock was overvalued by 35,000. Stock कितना है, 1,50,000. 1,50,000 minus 35,000, which is 1,15,000. यहाँ आ जाएगा to stock, yes, 35,000. We are done with the stock. Provision for doubtful debts is to be made 5% on debtors. Debtors कितना है, 50,000. 50,000 minus provision for doubtful debts 5%, कितना आता, 2,500, which is 47,500. And here already provision is how much, 5,000. So now we have made a saving in provision by provision for doubtful debts, 2,500. It's a profit for us. Now claim on workman compensation is 5,000. Workman compensation liability 8,000. Now if you check the reserve, it is 10,000. So excess जो भी रहता ना वो distribute कर देंगे. Workman compensation reserve distributed 5,000. What is the ratio, old ratio, 3:2. 3,000 to 1,000. Next क्या है, an unrecorded accrued income of 5,000 is to be accounted. Unrecorded accrued, recorded accrued income है 5,000 is to be accounted. Now there is one more thing, यहाँ भी आएगा वो accrued 5,000. Next क्या है, a debtor whose dues of 25,000 were written off as bad debts paid 20,000 in full settlement. This is what really for us we hit, क्योंकि क्या वो बंदा नहीं देता बोल के सोचे हम 25,000, but he paid you how much, 20. he paid बोल के आया word, paid means what, cash account में, to bad debt recovered 20,000. तो ये हो जाता by bad debt recovered 1,000. Apart from this, do we have capital accounts of the partners to be readjusted on the basis of seized capital in their profit sharing ratio. तो इसलिए ही मैं ऑलरेडी आपको क्या 4:3:3 रेशियो बना दिया था. Now in this profit sharing ratio only the capital accounts are to be adjusted. Now let us understand that adjustment how to do. What is the new ratio, 4:3:3. Now Seema, how to readjust the capitals on the basis of C's capital ratio. Now what is the new ratio? 4 is to 3 is to 3. We did this calculation clearly. Now for 3 parts, C's capital is how much? 1,50,000. Then B also need to maintain how much? 1,50,000 for 3 parts. Then for 4 parts it will be how much? 2 lakhs. Why? Because 3 parts it is 1,50,000, means for 1 part it will be what? 50,000. 50,000 into 4 is 2 lakhs. So again what we have got? We have got the capital account balances in the starting stage. So balance carried down. Whatever are the capital balances, this is only going to be considered as what? Capital balance. How much? 2 lakh, 1,50,000, 1,50,000, and this capitals will A, B, 1,50,000, 1,50,000. Any doubts? Once we are done with the capital account balances, but in this sum, no, we have done this, but we did not share the reserves and losses. Here weird reserves are there. One is workman compensation reserve and investment fluctuation reserve. So first let us complete investment fluctuation reserve part. So if you see investments, no, the market value is 22,500. So it should be recorded at that value only. Investments. How much? 22,500. So what is the loss in investments? 2,500. That we can subtract from this investment fluctuation reserve. So by IFR, which is 2,500, will be distributed in 3:2 ratio. 1,500 and 1,000. IFR is done. Workman compensation reserve is done. Now if you see balance sheet, there exists a goodwill that will be shared. To goodwill 3,000 and 2,000. Balance sheet goodwill should be distributed in old ratio only, and we are having what? Advertisement suspense account of 5,000. How much? 5,000, which is again 3,000 to 1,000. Afterwards, have anything else? Bank balance 1,25,000. Okay, fine. You can close what? Revaluation account. And revaluation, if you see now, 25,000 plus 20, 45, 45, 500. 52, 500. 52, 500. 52, 500. Now 50 to 500 में से 25,000, 35,000, no, 35,000 निकाल दिए तो 17,500 will be distributed among A and B in 3:2 ratio. 17,500 का 3:2 ratio कितना होता? 10,500, 10,000, 10,500 and 1,000. Go over here by revaluation. 10,500 and 7. That's it. Now see, the important thing here, any excess or deficiency are to be adjusted by payment or receipt of amount. This excess or deficiency to be adjusted by what? Payment or receipt of amount, which is like by using cash account we need to adjust left side and right side. तो इस साइड कितना आ रहा देखो, टोटल कर लेंगे इसका भी. Which is the total on the debit side, ma? Side only it's like, so this is 2 not 6,000, like 6,000. So this side minus this side will be 6, 94, 124, 124, 148, 153, 163,000. If you remove no, you'll get 43,000. And this you are going to write by cash. Okay, by cash or bank. So here only bank account is there, so better you write bank account. So by, not by, account to account. So to A's capital कितना 43,000. Here B का कितना होता 2,000 2,000 4,000 154,000. And this side if you have 127 147 167,000. So debit side is high 1,67,000. यहाँ रहता to bank 167 minus 150, which is 13,000, and this will come over here by capital 13,000. Apart from this, there is no adjustment. 50,000 here will be 1,50,000. Perfect. So these are the adjustments when it is done through cash account. Now let us close our balance sheet and bank account. Let us see the balance sheet. Let us do capital accounts. We have done workman compensation reserve done, employee investment fluctuation reserve is done, employee provident fund, which is 5,000. Employee provident fund 5,000. And next is C's loan 1,50,000. C's loan is 1,50,000. So C का loan तो already converted into capital. Goodwill distributed, land and building ले लिए, debtors हो गया, ला लिए, stock ला लिए, bank. Only if you close this bank account, everything is done. So 43, 20, 63, 63 plus 54 plus 1,25,000. This is going to be how much more? 2,42,000. 2,42,000. तो बैलेंस कितना आ जाएगा? लाख, ये 2,29,000 यहाँ से लेके यहाँ. And now comes the balance sheet total part. Balance sheet total कितना हो रहा है इस समय? 5,10,000. हाँ, 5,10,000. And please note down this. समझ में आया ये क्वेश्चन सर के ऊपर से? Oh, thank you, Ma. That's it for this session. We'll continue with the next session, the next class.